It is Monday, September the 2nd, 2024. I am James. You are you. We are here to celebrate not only Labor Day, the day in which no one is working, unless you happen to be working at a pharmacy or at the Atwater Market. Because between you and I, those are the only places that I know in which people are working. Maybe you're pumping gas, you're probably working. Maybe you're flipping burgers, you're probably working. Maybe you're hosting a mildly viewed internet show. And in that case, yes, you are working. And by you, I mean me. And by me, I mean James. In addition to Labor Day, we are cautiously celebrating, once again, my birthday. Now, for the uninformed, the new viewers, my birthday on this show happens to be questionable. Comes with a lot of horrid history. Let me take you back in time. 2020. What may have been the worst episode of At Home with James in the history of At Home with James. The one and only time I said, I am not in charge of the show. I am booking nothing. I am organizing nothing. I went in blind as a bat. And when I opened my eyes, I was horrified to see what happened. The episode was almost 2 hours long. I don't want to be here for 2 hours. No one wants to be watching this show. I don't even think anyone wants to watch this show for 1 hour. And this show was almost 2 hours long. The early days when we made the switch to Twitch, this show was scattered with technical errors and difficulties, none larger than the 2020 James birthday extravaganza. But I'm a thrill seeker. I am a daredevil. I walk. No, you know what? I take it back. I run on one leg on the edge of a razor blade. I might be the number one lover. I might be the Cool Breeze lover. I might be Lil Cutie, but I am the original, one and only bad boy. And that's why every single effing year, right around this time, I do a James birthday episode to roll the dice. I'm going all in. And tonight, the house doesn't win. And even if the house does win, I'm the house. I produce the show. I host the show. I book the show. I curate the show. I am the show. But there is no show. The guests, we got to have the guests. But there is no show without the viewers, the fan base, the loyal audience who tunes in painstakingly every single Monday, roughly around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And they plow through these, the nonsense that we throw at them. Last week, we were watching an hour's worth of covers of the same Aerosmith song. In case you're wondering, it's currently available in our video on demand. You can also find it in our YouTube archive, every single episode. That's what we do every single Monday. We're doing it for the fans. We're doing it for the fan base. We're doing it for you. And I love you. I love, if I could, I'd give you a big, wet birthday smooch. That's right. On my birthday, I don't want anyone smooching me. I'm giving out the gifts on my birthday. I'm putting up a kissing booth. There's probably this line, I'm going to imagine 3 or 4 people deep. They're walking up for a kiss. Some of them are watching the show right now. And if I can, for a moment, be serious, there's someone who watches this show on a regular basis. And trust me, there are not many people that watch this show on a regular basis. Our loyal friend, longtime friend of mine, the real Andrew Mackay, going through some difficult times right now. To say this guy's kicking out at 2 3/4 would be this guy's kicking out at the 1 count. Thoughts are with you. We love you. We hope you're watching. If you're not, you'll watch it in the video on demand. and I'm giving you a big kiss. I'm making out with you right now in the chat right now. This guy, he's not even kicking out at one. He's kicking out before the referee's hand even touches the mat for one. This guy's 10 times the man that I could ever dare dream to be. Now, we're going to kick the show off with a guy who I am 10 times the man this guy could ever dare dream to be. It's the one, it's the only, it's the co-host, it's the co-pilot, it's the side piece, Dave Kaufman. Dave, a happy birthday to me.
Hey, James. Well, it's not your birthday yet.
That's true. My birthday officially, when is it? Do you know?
It's Turds Day.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Now, Dave, I know that you've had a bit of a rocky history with the real Andrew Mackay. You want to send any positive thoughts his way?
I mean, I wish nothing but the best for the guy. Anything that's
Could
on
you
the
have been
show is
any
all.
more insincere with the way that you're saying, I'm wishing nothing but the best for the guy?
No, James, you're reading it. You're reading far too far into that.
I'm reading far too far into it.
Yeah, you are.
As Janet Jackson once said, we go deep.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see what he says. Love you, buddy. I'm Team Dave. There you go. He's on my side.
The first member of Team Dave has
And
officially come forward
oh,
tonight.
not true. There's a giant Team Dave. We're like a soccer team. 18
Dave,
guys on the field.
Dave, let's cut the crap.
Sure.
We had a barbecue
Pretty
today.
hard with you.
Yeah, a little birthday barbecue. I want to address something that I did that I don't think you were none too happy with.
Sure.
I gave your son a big stick and encouraged him to go over to you and hit you with it. You didn't like that.
No, I didn't like that, James, because
How
kids...
much did you hold on now? How much did you dislike it on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 James being the least, 10 Jameses being the most.
Well, the most, probably a 10 would be if you gave him a gun. But
well, sadly, I didn't bring my gun to the barbecue.
Sadly, but yeah, Stick. He's a spunky kid, and he gets up.
Spunky, Dave.
Yeah.
I said it a moment ago. Let's cut the crap. I want you to say spunky is not the word to describe this guy. He's a mess.
What? I wouldn't.
This guy is. He was stumbling around. He was eating ketchup like it was going out of style.
Yeah, but he's 1.5, James.
He was trying to push me into the canal. He's hitting you with a stick. He had bruises everywhere.
Oh,
this guy is a rocker.
All right. What do you want to hear?
Have you ever, hold on now. Let's cut the crap. Have you ever heard of this Quebec rock band Offenbach?
Mm-hmm.
They have this song called "Shri a Rocker."
Okay.
That's what your son is.
Okay.
He's a wrecking ball.
Sure.
My kind of guy.
All right.
I saw this guy causing trouble. I thought this kid might be my kid.
Well, luckily he's not, James.
We don't know that.
I'm pretty sure.
Because I'm thinking something's in the water right now.
Oh, yeah? You think you just have spermatozoa in the water that are impregnating all
Dave,
the women across the city?
Look, all I got to do, some ladies, I give them a look and they're 9 months pregnant.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Now, what did you think about me giving your son a stick to beat you with it?
Well, if I could finish a sentence, James,
Yeah.
I would say I'd give it a 5.
I got to say, that's rich coming from you, the biggest interrupter in the history of this
somebody's got to cut you off occasionally, otherwise you just keep going.
Now, I want to address that. We're going to cut the crap.
Sure.
I noticed that at no point did you discipline your son when he was walking over to me, beating me and scratching me with his dirty little fingers.
Well, I didn't know he was beating you and scratching.
Oh, so very convenient you weren't watching that, but you just happened to notice your son being handed a stick to hit you with.
Yeah, well, he hit me with it, James.
I love the guy.
Sure, me too.
I said to your wife, well, let's give her a fake name. Let's just say Sarah. I said, tonight really feels like I really clicked with your son.
Okay.
I saw a lot of myself in this guy.
Well, that's good.
A young James McGee.
Well, luckily he doesn't talk in full sentences yet.
I'll tell you, the only thing I heard that guy saying today was James. I thought that guy knows what it's all about.
He was saying your name a lot. He likes you.
What? No surprise. Coming in from the chat, BroDog1991. I don't know who this is. I love the username. I love it. says their team kissing booth here. Dave, I'm feeling so good today. I'd give you a big kiss.
That's very kind of you, James.
Now, the real Andrew Mackay writes, swinging sticks is such a Prévost thing. That's where I grew up, the mean streets of Prévost, Quebec, parce que je suis un rocker, moi, là. High Score Run writes, he sounds pretty badass. It's got to be about your son.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Why don't let's give him a nickname, James Jr.
Sure.
All right.
It wouldn't be a junior, it would just be James, right?
Also coming in from the chat, this might be the best opening to a show ever. Dave, I'm invigorated right now.
You seem so, yeah.
How you feeling?
Me? I mean, I was feeling pretty good until I got on the show, and now I'm
what
feeling
happened?
a little bit less good. What?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know. You're sort of just rambling, you know?
I'm rambling.
A little bit, yeah.
You got people coming in over the chat saying this is great.
Well, good. I'm happy for them.
Well, okay, Dave, take it away.
Sure. We have plenty of guests here tonight, and let's bring on the first one.
Well, I'm not done to jump into the first guest.
Well, there you go. Why don't you continue?
We're having a great time. It's 17 minutes past the 9 o'clock hour. It's Labor Day. Dave, what was it like to not go to work today?
I mean, I did work. I worked a couple hours.
Oh, all right. Well, how did you enjoy the rest of your day?
I was all right. I went. What did I do this morning? I went to look at a house to potentially purchase, and that was okay. And then I went
okay, you're dropping bombshells here.
Took my kids to the park, and then we had a little nap time. Did a little bit of work, and then we went to your barbecue.
Yeah, and how would you rate your experience at the barbecue? Not counting when I got your son to beat you up with a stick.
I'd say like a solid 7.5.
Only a 7.5?
Yeah, I think so.
Come on.
Well, like a 10 would be like a vacation resort somewhere with my kids being watched.
I'm not expecting a 10, but a 7.5.
That's good. That's a solid B.
Yeah, you're giving the truly the end of summer, beginning of fall a B.
Yeah, B.
You're breaking my heart here.
Well, what do you want? I think summer was an A.
Let's go to the first guest. You're bringing me down.
All right.
I was like the lady Tall Bachman was singing about, and she's so high. I was high. I am no longer. We're gonna welcome our first guest. First time I think ever appearing on one of the birthday episodes here to explain everything that is cool. I believe it ways in which I should be celebrating my birthday in a couple days, as you put it on Turds Day. Let's welcome Cathy Fagan to the show. Cathy, welcome back.
Hello.
How you feeling today, Cathy?
Good. It's almost your birthday, but it's not quite your birthday.
Yeah, not quite. And
Your
it doesn't feel like it either.
My birthday doesn't end until yours begins.
Whoa. And your birthday, we talked about off air, is in what month again?
March.
Okay, so your birthday has been going from March until current day.
Yeah, I've been celebrating for 6 months.
Now, who are the lovely people behind you?
This is your uncle.
Wait, oh, this is my family.
this is your aunt.
Okay, I guess I haven't had the pleasure of making their acquaintance. My aunt, can I get her name, please?
Dolores is over here.
Yeah.
Gary's right here.
Auntie Dolores and Uncle Gary. Damn,
Yeah,
it looks like they're celebrating your birthday.
Yeah, they're celebrating my birthday because they didn't get invited to yours.
Well, Gary is none too pleased.
Yeah, he's not very happy.
Yeah, I don't like the look in his eyes. I don't like the way he's looking at you, Cathy.
You should have invited him to the show instead of being my plus one.
Well, let him know that I'm sorry. Dolores, none too happy either. Dave, immediate reaction on my Uncle Gary and Aunt Dolores.
I mean, I'm sure they're lovely people, but they seem to be in a mood right now.
Yeah, they seem to be in a real mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pissed.
Well, Cathy, you were also at the barbecue today.
Yeah,
what would you score it? Your appearance was brief but meaningful.
Yeah, I would score it 7 out of 10.
7 on 10. Yeah, and you were only there briefly. You're given a 7 on 10. Dave was there for hours. Wouldn't it surprise me if Dave's score started to go down by the end of the night?
Well, no, I'm not going to retroactively regrade it, James.
Look, the way the mood you're in tonight, I don't know. I'm a little nervous around you.
I'm nervous around you. You seem like
okay.
Unhinged.
Cathy, you were here at the beginning of the year, famously when me and Dave had a very tumultuous episode. You talked about body conversation. What body conversation are you reading right now?
I'm hitting the tension again. I don't know if this is a pattern, That
I don't
keeps
even know
coming.
what I did. I truly don't even know what I did.
James, your energy, you do have venting energy.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah, but that's good. That's okay.
I'm
It's a
feeling good. I'm feeling good.
yeah, definitely venting energy, and I think
Yeah.
Dave's absorbing that.
Well, okay, look, Dave, what can I do?
Nothing. It's fine.
Well, one of us is trying, right, Cathy?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, Cathy, you've got a couple images here, as you
Yeah.
usually do when you're here to cover things that are cool. And can you explain what these images are in relation to? Is about how to have a cool birthday, or are they specifically designed for your boy?
I think you know what. There's overlap. It's definitely applicable to all the people out there who have a birthday
Okay,
coming up.
that's great. That's great.
Yeah, but you know, some are tailored to your birthday specifically.
Okay,
So
very very interesting. Well, I'm ready to rock and roll. Dave, you ready to rock and roll?
Yeah,
It's
let's
in
do it.
rocker.
Let's do it.
All right.
Ready for the
So
first one?
if you are only listening to this episode, please bring your attention and eyes to the screen. We've got images courtesy of the expert in everything that is cool on the show, Cathy Fagan.
Cathy, is it all right if I cover the image of James's uncle uh, part of the screen with the image?
Gary's gonna pop off probably,
Well, it
but
looks like he might already be, so I'm not too worried about him getting worse. All right, here we
that's
go.
all right.
All right.
Yeah, this is the first one. What do you think this is, James?
Well, I have to tell you, in terms of my player, I am on an incredible delay, so I can't even see what the image is.
Hmm. Well, let me describe it to you.
Okay, so now I'm seeing it. It looks like what I think is European money.
Hmm. It's just currency.
Okay, so just currency. You want to get into this a little bit, Cathy?
Yeah, yeah. I got a question. How
Mm-hmm.
many cards did you get today filled with cash?
Zero.
Hmm. Not very cool.
No. Yeah,
No.
but I got some very nice cards with nice messages on the inside.
Okay, well that's a consolation prize.
Yeah,
I think what's cool, you know, if you're gonna go to your friends' birthday parties, you should show up with cash in hand.
yeah.
I think
Look,
it's very cool to put cash in a card.
Now, how much
well,
we talking here, Cathy?
Whatever you got.
Whatever you
so
have.
whatever's in your wallet. So if like Dave shows up, he's got like a crisp brownie in his wallet, $100 bill. He's just got to give it to me.
Yeah.
So I went to the
Some
bank
percent
today.
some yeah.
So that was a mistake then, I guess.
Yeah, it should be some percentage of your income.
A
Okay.
percentage, man. If it's Dave's income, I would have really had a great
Yeah,
birthday.
oof. You missed out, James. Gotta say.
Now, Cathy, I have to say, I noticed that you didn't give me any money.
I gave you a personalized gift, which is also cool.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So you used currency to buy me a gift, which was a Guru energy drink.
I saved you a step because
Yeah,
I went and I got that guru directly. You would have used that cash,
yeah,
that 350,
yeah.
to go get yourself a guru.
I will say I did get a few gifts today, a lot of the sweets varieties.
What was your number one gift?
Number one gift, yeah, it's cheesy to say, but I really like the cards.
Okay.
I do
All
like
right.
I like it. I'm a sucker for a card. People wouldn't know I'm a sentimental guy.
Hmm. Yeah, you don't give off that vibe. You have
Well,
venting it.
what can I'm a man of mystery.
Hmm. Are you a romantic?
You mean like a romantic in life or just in the world of romance?
Both.
What do you think?
No.
You be honest. Dave. What do you think?
Are you romantic?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you try.
Well, I guess it all depends on what we're talking about as romance, because I think conventional romance, we like, oh, giving flowers and things like that. Well, I think we had a show where we talked about all of the love languages,
Hmm.
and I think we settled on mine being quality time. So I think that I probably can be as it pertains to I'm quite good with my words.
Yeah, I will say giving cash as a gift is not very romantic, but it is
Yeah,
cool.
it's not a great gift to give to a lover, I think.
Yeah. I
Dave, you
think
ever give cash to a lover?
Not as a gift, but
Just
in order to help them out. Yeah.
hey baby, here's $20.
Yeah. Go buy yourself something nice.
Little smack on the derriere after.
And now you're talking my language, my love language.
There, we're back on the same page now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Cathy, are you? I want to say something that might be controversial.
Okay.
Is it incorrect? Now, Dave, back me up, bro. Do we feel that at times it feels like it's on the shoulders of the male to be the romantic one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting that there are double standards that exist, but a lot of us are more conditioned to not really think about them in much of like like I will say this. Friend of the show, Dr. Saima Ahmed gave me flowers today, and I thought I've never received flowers. I wasn't romanced by it, but I found it very nice.
Well,
Where
where
are
are
they?
they right now, James?
I'll tell you what. You want me to get them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I did it right.
Oh, you can't do it wrong. Are they in the oven?
Well, let's wait. Let's wait and see what this is.
Check this. I think I did it
That's wrong. That is wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did it wrong.
Jesus.
Maybe I'll do the show the rest of the, yeah. This is the Peeping Tom edition of the At Home with James show. Hey, Dave, how's it going, man?
Yeah, I told
Hey,
you.
Cathy, you want $20?
I told you we should wait until we
Yeah,
saw
hey.
what it was.
Hey, Cathy. Hey, Dave.
I mean, if
Well,
you're going to use that vase, I would recommend maybe trimming the flowers a little bit.
Here's the deal. At the top,
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, James, your energy is extra. Before you know it, I'm behind the bushes. We're having a great time. It's the At Home with James show, birthday edition, Labor Day / Labor Dave edition. Cathy, what would you say you do to romance as an SO?
Oh, that's a good question. I think my partner likes me to make him food, and he likes words of affirmation also.
What about you, Dave? How would you like to be romanced?
How would I like to be romanced? You know, maybe some like we have kids, so it's hard to find moments where we each spend time on each other.
Hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
Me, I say, Dave, I'll take the kids. We'll go to the park. I'll give them some sticks.
Yeah, I think just going out for a nice dinner, having a glass of wine together.
Hold on. That's together. The question is, how would you like to be romanced?
Yeah, being taken out for a nice dinner would be
Ooh.
nice. Yeah,
Is it a surprise?
doesn't have to be, but
Okay.
I'm a bad planner, so somebody doing the planning for me is always nice, and you know, some kind touch and affection.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, Dave, save it until at least 9:45, my friend.
Sorry,
Are you
A
both?
kind touch.
a nice kind touch.
Are you guys cuddlers?
My wife and I, yeah, we cuddle.
I gotta say, the way Dave's talking right now makes me want to get behind the bushes again.
Oh boy.
I would love to watch Dave on a date with his wife.
You know, cuddling is something I've learned how to do. I feel like I wasn't raised as a cuddler, but I've since become.
Wait, you can get raised as a cuddler?
My parents didn't really cuddle me. I don't think.
They must have.
I don't think
But that means that you have like a cuddle deficit. So now you're probably
Ooh.
like trying to make up for that.
it could be.
in your
Could be. That seems accurate-ish.
You know, there have been times in my life where I don't like it, and now I do.
Cuddling.
Oh yeah, I'm like a you call me Velcro boy.
Oh.
Why is that?
'Cause I stick to you like Velcro.
Okay.
Ooh, wah. That was the best one I've ever done.
It went mute,
What?
sort of. I think you
Oh
peaked
yeah,
your
well,
mic.
because it was. This is a very revealing episode.
Mhm.
Cathy,
It's
what about you? You cuddler?
Oh my god, I am a cuddler. Yeah. I'm very clingy.
Would you say you're recovering from a cuddle deficit?
I'm definitely recovering from a cuddle
yeah,
deficit.
yeah.
Damn. Look, I'd love to keep this trend going, but we must get to the next image. It's already 9:30. Maybe this is gonna be a 2-hour episode.
Why not 3?
We'll do an hour with Cathy, and then our next guest, and then me and Dave will do a recap show right after.
And we'll hash out our small differences.
I don't think that, look, I thought we were having a great time. If I did anything, Dave, I apologize.
I think we've course corrected.
Well, by we, I think it was me.
Well, you know, I think it's.
I think it was when I got behind the bushes.
I think snuggling's a two-way street.
Yeah, do you guys hug?
I hug Dave, but I'm not convinced he likes it very much.
I've given James like affectionate pats on the back.
Yeah, well, I think emotional conversation is not something Dave is a fan of.
That's not true. That's not true.
Well, maybe with me, you're not.
Yeah, well, you like to, ridicule.
No, that's not true. When it comes to the real stuff, look, we'll get some people here when you want to get into the real conversations.
Okay.
I'm as real as it gets.
All right, all right, all right. Well,
All
our
right,
next
so
image is
Kathy,
on
let's
screen.
let's go to this next image. Looks like a guy who's sweaty. Maybe he's moving.
Yeah. So just take a look for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
Internalize it a little bit.
Okay.
This one is number 2 on the list.
Hmm.
I believe so. Yeah, yeah.
It is cool to forget about your own birthday.
Yeah, I mean there have been people I know who have done it. Usually on the older side of things, they're gracefully aged. I think at our age, it's hard to forget about your birthday. Maybe if something horrible was going on in your life, but yeah,
Do you think? Do you think it's easier or harder?
I think it's as a younger person, it is. You ever forget about your birthday, Dave?
Um, Maybe when I was living alone in a different city with people I didn't know.
Do you need a
Interesting.
reminder?
Well, I used to have like my birthday on Facebook, and then everyone would like spam message me because it would just come up on Facebook back in the day. And I took it off, and then immediately no one would wish me happy birthday. So I was just
Now,
like, okay,
did you like or dislike that? Did you miss the words of affirmation?
I felt like they were sort of phony a little bit. Like I didn't really believe in them because I felt like Facebook was sort of like prompting people to do it, and it wasn't like a natural thing.
I think the worst ones are when it's happy birthday, all lowercase, and then sometimes accompanied by a full stop at the end.
You think that was bad? I always do an HBD little period.
I do HBD too, but look, here's the deal, Kathy. You've got a very specific social media tone, which I like.
Yeah, that's true. Lower cases.
Yeah.
I think if
Lowercase,
somebody who I wasn't
very
friends with
Kathy.
gave me an HBD, like not close with, I'd be like, that's very nice of this person because
I
like
do HBD all caps with the acronym of their name. So if it was like HBDDK, I wouldn't post on your wall though. I'd call you.
yeah, yeah.
And say that. You'd say that to him over the phone.
I'd say he'd pick up, hello, HBDDK.
And what would you respond, Dave?
Uh, TATY.
TA.
Yeah.
Thanks, ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kathy, you ever forget about your own birthday?
No, I've not forgotten about my own birthday, but
Do,
I
do you
aspire
like
to.
celebrating?
Not, I celebrated this year and it felt a little bit unnatural. Like I'm like more of a low key kind of go for dinner kind of person. And this year,
Yeah.
in November, I was like, before my birthday, I was like, I'm gonna like celebrate really hard this year. And then my birthday came around and I regretted it really bad because I was
Well,
like putting myself on
it's
display.
it's tough because you are such a focal point. This is why I do a barbecue, because the barbecue is far more alluring to guests than wanting to sing happy birthday.
Yes.
People show up to a barbecue, they want like a hot dog, a burger, or whatever. And I think they are deterred from the fact, like, let's celebrate James. I like it as an excuse to throw a barbecue.
Yeah. It is a good excuse to throw a barbecue.
Yeah.
Barbecue's good.
Now, Kathy,
Yeah.
have you ever thrown yourself a big birthday party?
I don't think so. I guess I did a show this year, which is, I guess, a big birthday party.
Was it
So
was
that's
it billed as Kathy's birthday show?
It was billed as party foul, and then in the description it was come celebrate Kathy's birthday.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
I'm still waiting on my residuals.
Oh yeah. I'll give you 1% of all of the
Nice.
money I've been making since that day.
Kathy, this is the best birthday gift I could have ever received.
Give it to you in cash.
All right, let's go to the next image here. Love cash. Cash is king. Right, Dave?
Amen.
Preach.
Now we're just waiting for James's stream
Yeah.
to catch up with
Yeah.
the image.
In this moment, we are embracing the sound of silence.
Hmm.
Is it on the screen yet, James?
There's no way that you don't see that.
I'm doing a refresh. I've noticed over the past couple weeks that my video is lagging something fierce. All right. Well, now I see it. It's the number 38.
Are you on
like?
dial-up?
Yeah. Well, I've actually recently switched back to dial-up.
Yeah.
Because what's old is new again. It's like people, reverting back to vinyls and things like that. I want dial-up internet.
You got your free Yahoo trial?
Oh man, I love an FYT.
Can you go back to dial-up? Is dial-up an option?
I don't believe it is.
I'm sure someone could do it for you.
Cathy, you want to talk about the significance of 38?
Yeah, so this is something that my father taught me and still does every single year. He will say, James, it is your 37th birthday, but you are in your 38th year.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, I'm about to hit the peak of my 30. Oh God.
Is that right? You're 37, right? You're going on 37.
Well, I'm yeah.
Are you displaying that? Did I out you?
It wasn't a secret. It wasn't. It feels weird. Am I wrong, Dave? When you get to it feels weird to say it. I met up with a friend of the show, Joe Conto, the other day. He gave me a quick gift. He said, "How old are you turning?" I said, "This." He sat back in his seat and his eyes bulged. And I think the years in which we've known each other, it all flew by. What do you think, Dave? You're roughly the same age as I
I'm a
am.
man of a certain age, yeah.
Yeah.
How do I think about saying the number out loud?
No. When you get to those ages, how do you feel?
Well, I've been doing a lot of thinking about my age, and
Is that true?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And the weirdest thing that I find is that the people that I grew up liking are now all like senior citizens, and that freaks me out. That's like the thing that freaks me out a little bit. Like I saw like all my favorite entertainers are like dead or like geriatric.
No. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's get real first.
Yeah.
Let's cut the crap. It's so heartbreaking to know that there's a strong chance we will be at each other's funerals.
Well, only one of us.
It's not true. Well, there's different combinations. This is what we're gonna do.
I thought just me and you.
No, hypothetical.
We can't both go to each other's.
This is gonna be an
funeral.
at-home episode. Booking a funeral.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, who would you want there? Who would you... Yeah, I want Cathy to speak. I want her to show some coolest James moments. I want Dimitri on the grill.
There's going to be a barbecue?
It's a barbecue, too. Yeah, it's
I like
a barbecue.
that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's... Cathy, you're a few years younger. How do you currently feel? This is... Look, we got to get real sometimes.
I don't know, man. I could die first.
Well, no, I don't mean the death. I just mean I don't want to talk about this. It's gonna hurt my heart, and I might cry on the show.
James,
look,
I promise that if you want me to, I will speak at your funeral.
I can't trust what you're gonna say.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, in what way?
Just brutal honesty. What you like.
Let's go to the last image. I can't handle this right now. It's a tough.
I've made my peace, James.
Do right by your funeral. Your funeral will be fantastic and fun.
I will say this. I think everyone thinks about their own funeral. And I don't want this. I don't want any part of this. If I went tomorrow, I think my funeral would be jam-packed. It would be a huge house.
James, most people make a will. I feel like you should make a ban list for your funeral.
Oh, yeah. It would be incredible.
With people just showing up and being
Dave,
like, you're actually not allowed to come in.
Dave, let's cut the crap.
Yeah.
You know that I do have a ban list.
I know.
Dave knows it.
Yeah.
Dave knows me maybe better than most people.
Mm-hmm.
He's been calling me particular for years.
By the way, I put the next picture up just so it loads on your end.
That's great. That's great. And Cathy, I want to say this. With all honesty, you have never even come close to the ban list. Not even close.
Great. That's great.
I don't even know. Cathy, you're as real as it gets.
I want to give a slideshow.
I would love it. Yeah, I would love it.
I'll give a slideshow.
Um, Coming in from the chat, we got the real Andrew Mackay writing. Uh-oh, Dave is getting on a roll. You better watch out. He's on a rock and roll.
Yeah, you know who would love to be at your funeral, James? Sleazy Darren.
Oh, if Sleazy Darren was at my funeral, I'd be so sad that I couldn't be there.
Yeah. Well, you'd be
Apparently,
watching from
it ain't
above.
easy being.
Yeah.
Kathy, you ever meet this Sleazy Darren guy?
I don't know. This is not.
Well, you would
I'm gonna
know.
tell you something, Kathy. You want to stay away from this guy because he loves taking women.
Oh man, that sounds like my kind of guy.
Well, watch out.
He only dates women that are dating someone.
Good. That's great. That's my
Yeah.
kind of guy.
Coming in for the chat, Sleazy Darren probably caused the funeral.
Yeah. He does something to cause my death.
Yeah.
Sleazy Darren.
Oh.
I love me some Sleazy Darren. I want him to be here tonight. He couldn't be here. He's too busy screwing someone's girlfriend. I wish I could be like Sleazy Darren. We're going to go to the last image. This says, Happy B-Day. It features a guy in a wig, a cake. He doesn't look equipped. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
He doesn't look equipped. Kathy, what words did you use to Google this?
He doesn't have 6 bullets in the chamber.
Yeah, this guy is a couple eggs short of a dozen. What else is he, Dave?
Damn. He's got a couple of screws loose.
Yeah. This guy is the wire's touched.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What do you
He
think,
took a
Kathy?
little bath with a toaster earlier.
I never heard that one before. He took a little bath with a toaster?
Well, I mean that normally
love
that's a method of suicide.
Yeah, ooh, easy.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. This one
That
is
really brought stuff down.
Wow.
This is the last one on the list,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
and I think it's very cool.
Yeah.
It's Googling happy birthday memes to post on your friends' walls.
Yeah, that's true. I do that.
Finding something offbeat.
Yeah. I've begun making my own customized joke birthday memes for the person in which is receiving it. So you thought this one was right up my alley.
This is one that I would consider posting on your wall on Thursday.
What is it about, please do, what is it about this one that you think is like, oh yeah, this is for James?
This guy could live in your apartment.
What? I'm living with this guy, or this guy's living? Why is this guy living with me?
Like building or literally like in the same unit?
Yeah.
In the same unit. Yeah, I feel
Okay,
like
so
this guy could come around the back into like the shop there, and he could be peeking through the flowers.
Okay, so you think that I could conceivably live with this guy, the guy that has been taking a little bath with a toaster?
Yeah, I think if you had a weird roommate, it wouldn't surprise me.
What? Why?
I don't know. It's just the energy.
Yeah, but I think Kathy, I think you know me fairly well. Not a huge fan of weirdos.
Yeah, but it would just be something that should be surprising but wouldn't be.
So what do you think this guy's name is? Dave, what do you think his name is?
This guy?
Yeah.
Earl.
All right. Kathy, how
Real
about you?
good. I was thinking Carl.
Carl, with a Q.
Yeah. Corwell.
Yeah, so you think I live with this? Yeah, well, I wouldn't say no to the birthday cake he'd be bringing me on Thursday.
Yeah, or he's a cousin.
He's my cousin? Yeah, he's the son
He's
of Uncle Gary and Auntie, what was her name again?
Dolores.
Dolores, yeah. So my super old cousin.
Yeah.
Carl.
If he had a son, you know what his name would be?
What's that?
Curls Jr.
Dave, you are on a roll.
Mm-hmm.
And rocker. Well, Kathy, look, I gotta say thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to see you live another year.
You're a legend on this show.
Thank you, James.
I appreciate that, and it was very nice seeing you today. We were getting into the real stuff, and then you're just like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah. Well, to be continued then, Cathy.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm excited to watch this next segment.
I almost
Yeah,
took you off
it
the
will.
screen there.
Yeah, it will be something. I don't know what, but it will be something.
I think it'll be great and enlightening and wonderful. And I think that you should take it all to heart.
Well, hearing that makes me know that I have no other choice now.
Yeah, it's very
Thanks,
cool.
Cathy. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Very, very cool. Goodbye.
Well, bye bye. Now, Dave, you brought up bannings. I ban people, put them on a ban list for my funeral. Our next guest, as of a couple days ago, has been unbanned.
Wow.
From November until a few days ago, this guest has been banned. I banned her on the show at the At Home with James Christmas tree lighting in my home. A couple people picked her up and pulled her out of the shot. This is when I had guests right here. This person was here. She was banned from the show. So what you said based on my funeral could not be more apropos. Are you ready for this?
I am. And then, do we remember why she was banned?
She was very critical of the show.
Okay, because I don't want a repeat offender.
Well, look, there's been people who have been double banned on this show.
All right, well, we'll see what happens.
There are
tonight.
people that have like winter residences on my ban list.
Really?
This person is off the list. This is a sequel to something that happened a year ago on my birthday episode. We've got, I don't even know what the hell you could call this person, an astrology expert, enthusiast, hobbyist, freak, weirdo, eccentric. Let's welcome back the unbanned Danielle Davidson of the show. Hi, Danielle.
Hey, so there's like a microwave going right now.
We can't hear it.
Oh, good.
We can't hear it. We're probably going to be more thrown off by how your audio is not catching up with your visual.
Is there anything I can do to make that better?
No, I'd actually prefer if it got worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, look, can I just say I'm just so happy to be unbanned.
Yeah.
Really thrilled, and especially for your birthday.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm a big believer. I talked about off the top of the show, riding the edge of a razor blade. We're doing it tonight.
Right.
I wanted to keep Dave on the screen for this segment because, Dave, famously, you believe all of this stuff to be massive mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, I think it's bollocks.
What?
Can you talk about why?
Well, it just seems as though, as far as astrology goes, is that you sort of, my impression at least, is that you sort of put out a couple of, adjectives and descriptors that are vague enough that they could sort of fit any kind of person, and then people pick and choose the stuff that fits. So it's a lot of like, luck and like throwing 1,000 noodles at a wall and hoping that they stick.
Danielle, how do you respond?
Okay, this sounds like the kind of guy who says like, that's what therapy sounds like. When I go to the therapist, they just say a whole bunch of things that you could apply to anybody. It doesn't really apply to me.
Well, I'm against therapy.
Yeah, there we are. That's it. Yeah.
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 Well, I will say this: 9 times out of 10, I veer towards Dave. Danielle,
I know.
I've cracked a lot of jokes. And before we get into it, I just want to say we got a first-time chat from a user, Finite Caesar, Bro Dog. They must know each other. I love it. Bro Dog 1991 says, a Taurus and an Aquarius in action.
Ooh. Okay.
Calm down, Danielle. Not the type of action you were thinking about.
No,
now,
that's what I was saying.
last year, I am happy to admit that a lot of the things that you were saying felt very pointed and accurate to the point that I felt uncomfortable. I believe it was resident rocker Marlena Moore in the chat wrote, I believe verbatim wrote, quote, "Get him, Danielle."
Yeah.
People loved watching me be on the hot seat. So the reason I wanted to keep Dave around is I was curious about whatever it is you intend to do tonight. If, from Dave's perspective in knowing me, he can confirm or deny. It's like, yeah, that seems fairly in line.
Okay.
Dave,
This is a good challenge.
Dave, with you, I'm a pretty open book. Is that fair to say?
Generally, yeah. But I'm also, I'll say when I feel like there's a bit of
I love it.
lollygaggery going on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And all I want to do
Tomfoolery.
is I want to not be uncomfortable this year because I'm prepared this year. Now, what are you doing tonight, Danielle? Walk us through it.
Okay.
The
all right,
future of you on this show is hinging.
Well, look, ban me, don't ban me. I'm just here to read your stars, okay? To just
All right.
tell you what the stars say, because that's where
All right.
where you were, time of your birth,
Yep.
the celestial bodies, they
Yeah.
had some kind of imprint on you.
Can I ask
Dave,
a
what do you
question?
think so far?
I'm just wondering, do you think the stars will be able to tell if you'll be banned by the end of the show or not?
I didn't read my chart. This is
Okay.
a James birthday reading.
If I want
But
you
he'll
to
be doing
imagine
the banning.
I want you to imagine I've got one of those imaginary magic 8 balls and I'm shaking it up. I'm waiting. Likely is the answer. Danielle, let's take it away.
Okay, all right. So you already learned something. You know what your sun sign is. What is your sun sign, James?
I don't recall. Was it
Come on.
Aquarius?
No,
Okay.
you're a Virgo.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm getting them mixed up. Yes, I am a Virgo. Yes.
You're a Virgo, but your moon and your ascendant are in Aquarius.
Okay, so yeah, I mixed them up.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So I took some notes, but I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
Your sun is your life force. Okay, it's your identity. It's your life's purpose. So for Virgo, they're very interested in natural order. Your archetype is the Virgin, which
Okay, it's accurate.
yeah, see, accurate, right, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. But what they mean by virgin is the one who possesses himself. So very much a person who is their own person, who doesn't want to be defined or swayed by other people's opinion of them. You can try to tell them what they are. They don't want to hear it. They are self-possessing. Does that not sound like James?
Dave, what do you think?
Sure, but I would have told you that just like that.
Well, okay, all right, sure. You could have told us that, right? But I'm telling you this of all Virgos, okay?
Okay, so just anybody born at James's birthday is exactly the same.
No, not exactly the same. I mean, depending on where they were born. Anyway, okay, going back. So, you are forever assimilating knowledge. You're receiving it, and then you're analyzing it and criticizing it. You are hyper analytical, and you want to use logic to make sense of emotional things. Dave, is that not true?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
keep going.
All right, okay. You have a natural understanding of the ways of natural healing. So you would be a person who would consider themselves capable of having good advice, high emotional IQ. You would think this about yourself. This is a perception. It's not.
I do think it about
necessarily
myself.
true. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also have Monday.
And I just want to say something.
Mhm.
I want to chime in.
Okay.
I remember Cathy Fagan, a friend of the show, saying to me once, I believe, now, Cathy, you can indicate with a head nod in our production call, I believe she once said that she believes I have a great understanding of the human condition. We're getting the confirmation.
She is nodding. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
She must be a wizard.
Daily rituals. You like a habit. Like you like every day to do this one thing that makes you feel comfortable and secure. It's like Virgos are very interested in daily ritual practices. And if they don't have their daily ritual practice, they can feel a little bit out of sorts.
Yeah, I agree. In my case, it is. But then I want to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
Dave, would you say that a lot of people have daily rituals?
Yeah, again, these are sort of just like these are sort of just like general aspects of the human condition that you're ascribing to 1/12 of the human population as though it's unique to them.
All right. I'll go a little deeper then.
Okay, go deep.
Okay.
Go deeper.
Okay. So
Go deep, as Janet Jackson once said.
Yeah.
Okay, so your house.
Famous
right?
Libra.
Yeah.
Your sun is in Virgo, but it's in a house. Okay, the house is the neighborhood in which it lives. So
Yeah.
how you
And my
shine-
cousin Carl lives there.
Okay.
With
is in
his
the
son,
seventh house.
Carl's Jr.
Oh, you two are ridiculous.
Yeah,
Stay focused.
the son's name is Junior, and he's Carl's Junior.
Ah.
Take it away, Danielle.
Okay, seventh house, the house of marriage, committed relationships, and business relationships. So, some part of your life purpose needs to be lived out in relationships. Even a person who is super independent, such as yourself, and with a moon and an ascendant in Aquarius, it is likely that you feel like you're a very independent person who needs a lot of alone time and a lot of space. But because your life's purpose and your sun is in your 7th house, you are going to need to live out this what will give you purpose, fulfillment, will be all about the relationships you build with people, committed partnerships in particular. And you might find those challenging. There might be logistical or structural problems in your life that cause you to have a hard time maintaining these. Are you all right now?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
So,
There's some accuracies here that are pretty convenient.
Well, James, it's what's in the stars.
Yeah.
This is a book that Marlena gave me that I recently studied today.
Can you repeat what you just went over, just for like?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So maybe there are some structural or logistical problems, that would cause the committed partnerships to have some challenging aspects. Yeah, he can't even look at the screen. He's hiding.
Accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just your sun. We haven't even gotten to your moon yet. Are you okay?
I'm great.
Yeah, birthday boy's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what Cathy would think of my body conversation right now.
All right, look, so you need to be understood and challenged intellectually to feel excited about living.
False.
Sure.
Yeah, no, it's true. James, it's true.
I didn't say it was false. He said it was false.
Oh, Dave, why are you saying it's false?
He's making fun of me. He's saying I'm stupid.
I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm saying there are a lot of things that you aren't intellectually curious about.
No, he is not intellectually curious about very much, but he does need it to feel alive. He just doesn't do it all the time.
Okay.
He's lazy sometimes.
So there's some caveats and addendums to how this is going. Okay, keep going.
I mean, if we were to get into the entire complexity, we would be here for weeks. We're talking about a whole lifetime.
Well, there's a
Happy to
3-hour
announce
episode.
this is the first ever 2-week long episode.
No.
The At Home with James show.
We should be done in like 3 minutes, according to my cat.
Don't worry. Just don't worry. Don't worry about it.
So listen, people might experience you as remote, James. They might feel like you're distant. They might feel like they're not getting the full you.
Sure.
Okay? But it's not because you don't have feelings. It's just that they are buried conveniently, below the surface. And that is because you have a moon in Aquarius. And the moon is in your 1st house, which is very uncommon. Most moons will be found in like the 6th or the 4th house. But yours are in the house, like your identity house.
So what is that like? You say it's not common. What makes it uncommon? It's
just a rare occurrence. Like people, all of these things are calculated. It's a mathematical calculation, Dave. Okay, it's science. It's very serious. And it's
science or a pseudoscience?
No, science. Okay, astronomers totally mapped out the king's actions by astrology, like thousands of years ago. This is a methodology for making choices.
When I was in McGill in their bachelors of science, all my friends were taking astrology.
Okay, but it's also very fun.
Okay.
Anyway, all this to say, your moon shows up in your life in a big way. It's rare for someone to have this, okay? It's just an uncommon thing.
So is it the time that you're born that you dictates your moon?
And where?
And where? Okay, location and time.
The exact time. And James did check this out. So we have an exact, because sometimes people, you'll be like, oh, I don't know, your ascendant and moon don't really seem to align. Then they'll go back to their parent or whatever and discover that, in fact, no, it was 15 or 10 different minutes later earlier. But this is correct.
Sure.
We have the correct time.
Okay.
Yeah.
This has been checked.
Yes.
Right. So, sun and moon, same house. Crazy. All right. So you with this aloof, emotional appearance, it's like coexisting with this natural order and need to connect with people, which causes you all sorts of unbalance, like temper swings, this idea of being a
Now we're getting
mystery
accurate.
man. Yeah. Right? See, Dave, now you're in.
Yeah,
Spooky.
Dave really likes it when I'm either regarded as temperamental or stupid.
Me too. Fun. No, but yeah, it makes sense. This is not an easy placement. Okay, this is not. These are challenging dichotomies that you're having to hold a lot of.
And I will say this is maybe a recent thing of like maybe the past 8 years.
Okay.
Up to this point, it hasn't really happened in my life.
Well, maybe you just weren't wise enough to recognize it. You hadn't done enough insight, right?
Could be.
A lot of
Could be.
men especially aren't looking towards self-examination until later in life when they have a partner who's like, hey man, get your shit together.
That feels like a double standard, don't you think, Dave?
I mean, sure, we've discussed a lot of gender double standards on this show, and this definitely fits into that category.
Yeah, not every guy is what a lady would call, well, he didn't come that way. He was trained. He was a fixer-upper.
I think in this case, though, men are generally slower to embrace self-reflection.
I've always said that men are from Mars and women are from Venus. But there's another version of that I've also always said.
It's way cooler.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going, Danielle.
Okay, all right. I have other questions though that I personally that I'm curious in. Who is Andrew Mackay? Who's Andrew Mackay?
He's a longtime friend of mine. We grew up together. We went to school, and then found his way to being a viewer of this show by way of what I'm imagining is my Instagram page.
In Montreal or?
Yeah, where we grew up. Where we grew up. Yeah.
Okay, and Sleazy Darren, is that just Dave? A different version of Dave? No, is there a real Sleazy Darren?
Sleazy Darren's, he's a guest on the show. He couldn't be here tonight because he's having sex with someone's girlfriend.
He's a Pisces, and he's a member of the 6th house.
It's not a membership.
I think what you mean, Dave, is the sex house.
Yeah.
Oh, the sex house is the 8th house.
Oh, that's where you live.
Yes, obviously. Okay. The other question I have is the 2020 birthday extravaganza. What was that? What happened?
Well, I had no control over the show, and I think Dave, who was teching the show, was sent a lot of technical assets. Now we hear the micro oven.
Yeah, your microwave just went off. Your popcorn
That's the
is
oven,
ready.
actually.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's been cooking for 53 minutes.
That's the oven.
Dave was sent, I believe, a lot of technical assets very late in the game.
Okay.
It was a mess. It was a mess.
Okay. So this brings us
It was just without order. It was chaos.
Brings us back to you and your ascendant. So one thing that happens when your ascendant is in Aquarius and your sun is in Virgo is that you might have, when you're in a distorted place, when you're not feeling so great, you might have a tendency to micromanage, become overly critical, hyper analytical, and sort of like rigid in your pursuit for like the correct or like better thing.
Sure, yeah.
Which means that, especially when you're working in collaboration with people, partners, it can be romantic or business, doesn't matter. You may have a hard time with being fluid with the ebbs and flows of emotional exchanges.
Yeah, I would say in collaboration with, productions and things like that, I think through many years of experience of producing that there is a regiment that I think is correct. And when I'm involved in something that feels like a dog and pony show, it's really not my interest. Relationships, not so much.
Okay. So you think that in relationships, you can be more fluid in the ebbs and flows of things that you would see as like maybe incorrect or not the way
I suppose it depends on what it is. I'm a big believer in conversing about certain things. Yeah.
That's weird, James. That's not what she said.
Yeah, Dave, what do you think? You think when
yeah, well, that's why she's getting boned by Sleazy Darren right now. That's why he can't be here tonight.
Do you think that how he twisted the words there and made it conveniently, like made himself sound, like correct? Dave, do you think that he's correct in his latter twisting or in my original thesis proposal?
In terms, I mean, coming from someone I've worked with him on a variety of projects.
Yeah.
I would say that on some things,
Dave, be as honest as you want.
Yeah, be honest.
On some things, James is very firm and unwilling to sort of negotiate, and on other things, he's quite malleable. So it's it depends on what it is. I think depends how sort of strongly he believes in.
If it's good, I'm malleable. If it's bad, I'm not malleable.
Well, this is what we're talking about, though. We're talking about.
But I'll tell you the way that I interpreted that. Collaboration. There's going to be moments when anyone is malleable and not. Now I'm going to devil's advocate against it. What I took from your original statement was, if I'm involved in something, I'm looking around and I just see errors everywhere, I am very apt to be like, that sucks. This is trash. Why are they doing that? Why is that chair over there?
Yes.
Because I look at that as this is child's play. Like a kid could notice why something like that is a little freaky deaky.
Okay, right. But your blanket statement vision might not be someone else's. I mean, sometimes, sure, a chair is off. But if you're trying to collaborate on a vision, you need to find a common ground. You need to be able
and that's where I agree with Dave, where I do like, me and Dave have had creative back and forths where I feel like we often find a middle ground.
Okay. Well, then this is healthy.
But there are certain situations where I'm like, that belongs in the toilet.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway,
and those are the moments where I go, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Well, and I would say that, I think that there's a lot of what you're saying, Danielle, that does sort of, or can be perceived to apply to James. I just feel as though, for one, I mean, James, you're not a stranger, so there's a...
What? I don't know this guy at all.
There's a selection bias in what you're picking, and so far as what you're ascribing to him. And two, I feel like these things can kind of be... there's a lot of looseness for interpretation in terms of like, oh, that applies in this moment of his life, but maybe not in another one.
Well, I will say there's a lot of people who don't realize that they're surrounded by garbage. There's garbage juice. The bag is ripped open and there's trash everywhere. There's bugs flying around, and they may as well be that dog in the meme surrounded by fire. This is fine.
What do you say to that?
Yeah.
I have no idea what he's talking about. I mean, there's a
lot of garbage men out there.
There's a few other things that I could. There's some aspects that are interesting here.
I'd say go for it. I think a lot of what you're saying has been accurate so far. So there's more of it that you say that I go ding than not, but I do think that it is very interpretive.
All right. Okay. I agree with you. It is interpretive. We'll talk about aspects because they're more pointed.
Sure.
So a square is when there is a challenge. Okay. You have a square between Pluto, the planet of rebirth, regeneration, transformations.
I hate to say this, but Pluto is not a planet.
I know, a celestial body, Dave. Okay, I'm calling it a planet for ease, but yes, it's a celestial body.
Okay.
Danielle, he owned your ass.
Fine, I'll take that one. Okay, you can have my ass for this one thing.
Whoa, calm down, Danielle. Dave, don't let your wife share us in this episode. Yeah, Dave's got some currency for you, Danielle.
Okay, square between Pluto and Lilith. Lilith, Dark Moon Lilith, is the sort of taboo, secret, dark, hidden emotional stuff. So, like, it can either be trauma that you haven't uncovered, or it can be just things that you keep in the dark.
Yeah, look, I can be a very private person. I feel very lucky in saying that I had a really great upbringing. I don't have a relationship with trauma. It sounds unpleasant. I mean, I don't know, depending on what you think of trauma versus what I think.
Most people would say trauma there, James.
Define trauma.
Well, having let's see, it could be a caregiver who wasn't present in the way that they should have been.
Sure.
It could be two caregivers who don't like respect each other. It could be like very financial strain. Like there's a lot of things that when you're a young child that you don't have your basic needs met in the way that is like
Man,
yeah.
I had a great childhood. It was really great.
Okay,
Like, it was,
well, I'm happy.
I was so showered with love and affection and affirmation that if anything, the trauma is on everyone else because a monster was created.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, very self-centered and narcissistic, which is not in your chart, but true.
Yeah, I do not believe that I'm a narcissist because I am very critical of what I do in striving for it to be better. But I mean, I have a very, I believe to be a very healthy sense of self in a positive way.
Okay, well, let me tell you about your square.
Sure.
I'm going to read here. Okay,
Yeah.
this is not me.
But to your defense, there are things in life that, yeah, I'm just not going to share with a variety of people. Yeah.
All right, right.
You have to enter my, as Robert De Niro so aptly put it in Meet the Family, the circle of trust. And I'm going to tell you, there's not a lot of people in that circle of trust.
Right. Well, and this is exactly what the square says.
Yeah.
Meet
You
the
may
family.
lead a double life. Okay, that's the
Oh,
line.
what is it? Isn't it?
You may
Yeah, that's the
lead
first
a
one,
double
isn't it? Hold
life.
on. Isn't it Meet the Family?
Isn't it? Is it? Meet the
Yeah,
fuckers?
the second one is Meet the Fockers. This guy's gaslighting
No,
me.
hold on.
Yeah, Meet the Family is when
No.
Ben Stiller is meeting his wife's, or Meet the Parents.
Meet the parents.
Yeah, but it was probably called Meet the Family in another country.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
the working title was Meet the Family.
Yeah,
What do the stars have to say about that, Danielle?
yeah. All right, Danielle. Danielle, you got to roll with the flow, baby.
Okay. He may lead a double life.
Well, no.
Yes. You might, right? A double life is when you are doing one thing, but most people don't know about it, right? That's a double life. It's when two things
Yeah,
happen.
but I think that by that metric, anyone who has things that they don't share with people are leading double lives.
Sure, but like we're talking about like pretty significant things.
Like what?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say them.
All right, well, let's move on. What else is in the square?
Yeah, checks out. Let's go.
All right. This aspect can point to scandals, whether they are real or not.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah. So that's that. It's a tendency for Pluto and Lilith to have this quality of like not knowing whether something is, whether you're being dishonest or not.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. And that I would say is something
Scandalous.
Yeah, it's scandalous. Okay.
Danielle, I'm
What?
loving this segment.
Okay. I'm surprised because you're supposed to be squirming, but you're not.
Am I telling the truth or
I
am I
can't
not?
tell. I don't know, Dave.
Ooh, that girl so scandalous.
I just want to chime in here. Next week's episode is a tribute to Cisco's thong song. We'll be having a variety of people testing out thongs on the show, and then
She's
also
Thighs like a
listening-
truck. Let me see that butt, all night long.
wow, all night long, Dave.
Let me see that
Scandalous.
thong.
All right, ready for the conjunction between the Sun and Venus?
Yeah, sure.
Been waiting
All
my
right.
whole life.
You're gonna like this one. It says that you're charming and easygoing.
I agree.
Social
Agree with it.
relationships are extremely important to you.
Yeah,
Sure.
the people that I agree to have them with, yeah, they're very important to me. My close friends, they are family to me, and that's just the way I like some of my friends more than I like most of my. I probably like 3 members of my family. The rest,
And they're all named
they can
James.
yeah, they. Yeah, Dave gets it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Venus is a peacemaking, harmony-loving planet,
Yeah,
and those of the Sun that are conjunct with Venus seek peace and harmony.
yeah,
Okay, you do that by being diplomatic
sure.
and usually an expert, but sometimes glossing over certain problems.
I think that's the thing that I disagree the most with that you said.
I don't think
I think it goes opposed to a lot of what you said about being like whatever, like detail oriented and stuff.
Well, and this is the thing. Glossing over doesn't mean that you're not examining it to yourself.
Oh.
It means that you're not showing people, you're not admitting to people the depth of the thing. Like, I know that most of the time you can be critical, but every now and then you reserve judgment, even though you have it, and it comes out in some other way.
Well, I think that's just, we all do that, right? It's just called politeness sometimes.
Well,
Knowing when to speak your piece. Dave, what do you think? The skeptic, crossfire.
I think it's unique to you and your sign.
Oh, wow, Dave is sold.
Dave is sold.
All right, what else as we begin to wrap up?
All right. Let's see. I want to find one that's like nice and spicy here.
What?
Yeah, I'm looking
trying to find some
fun.
dirty one.
Not
Danielle,
dirty.
you're trying to get me behind the bushes again.
No, please stay out of the bushes. You look
And let
ridiculous.
me tell you something. It's working,
No.
baby. Hold on. James has got to go for a second.
No. Oh, God.
You know, I mean, this is fun, Danielle. I'm going to say that. I feel like
So
I've been
ridiculous.
bugging
Look
you,
at
but
this. You're a fucking mess.
Woo!
Oh my God.
What do you got for me?
Why is it so poorly? This is not Virgo. Get out of the screen.
he's got to trim. He's got to trim those a little bit if he's going to use that cocoa
No,
vase.
let it grow, let it blossom, let it
Oh,
It's a rower, not a
control
shower.
him.
Oh, yeah. It's not the size of the boat, it's the motion.
No. I'm embarrassed for you. Stop it.
I'm not.
Hey, you want to do my sign one time?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going to do it for the Dave birthday episode in November.
I was just thinking, I'm very intrigued. So you said November. Wow. Okay, all right, cool. We will do Dave next.
Yeah, well, Dave, we will be coming directly from a trip the day before. We're going to be on location.
Where are you going?
Well, that's it's none of your business, Danielle.
You're such a shit.
How do you not know where we're going?
Yeah. How come the signs and the stars don't say it? So yeah, Dave, we will be back in town on December the 1st. We could do your birthday episode on the 25th of November.
Okay. Yeah, we can.
We'll book it. Yeah, Danielle, depending on how the rest of the night goes, give us the spicy one. Make me squirm.
I'm looking for it. Okay. Let's see. Mars in the 7th house.
And Dave is going to be the one who really knows if it's true or not.
Okay. Ready? All right. This is it. Mars in Virgo. Okay. Mars in Virgo people are quite protective about their system for getting things done. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Not too interesting. An idle Mars in Virgo native is a sorry sight indeed. Fidgety, nervous, worried. All of these things are a sure sign that Mars and Virgo people have either too little to do or far too much on their plates. There is a perfectionist at the heart of people with this position. They'll be the first to deny this, but it's there. They worry when they are not producing anything, and they worry about whether what they've produced will measure up. An earthy and sometimes nervous sexuality generally characterizes people with this position of Mars. In a sense, their performance in bed is similar to their work. These people are really good at what they do.
I was thinking, I'm laughing because it's like, what part of this is the spicy part? And then
What's
it's just
the spicy part?
I'm sitting there being like, yeah, what artist isn't like, is what I'm going to do as best as the next thing. And now we really understand. It's like, yeah, was I as good as I was last night? Maybe?
So do you think it's like a pre-sex anxiety or a post one?
Oh, it's both, clearly.
Both.
And possibly during.
You get nervous during sex, James?
We're not going to talk about this on the air.
See?
We're not going to talk about
this.
That's not for Danielle to know.
No.
That's a yes.
Oh, big time. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. I think it's fucking late now. We're done.
Danielle, take it easy, okay? Dave, what do you think? Is Danielle earned her unbanning? I say yes.
I think she's earned her unbanning for sure. I think a lot of it was interesting. I feel like it was a fun little...
it was fun.
Fun little to-do. But I still have my criticisms, and that's fine.
Well, we'll keep working on it. See, it takes some of you a long time to trust the stars.
Sure. Yeah.
Look, I've been more than open to it, and I think I've been very forthcoming in saying, yeah, that does sound accurate.
Yes,
but I do agree with my ride or die Dave that a lot of it is applicable to almost everybody.
There's a lot of here that is not applicable. Like Cathy and I spent all weekend at the cabin talking about astrology, and none of the shit that I just said about you, I said about her.
No invite for the guys though. You notice that, Dave?
Yeah, when's the guys' weekend? When's the
Never.
Could
The
you
whole point
imagine?
was to get away from you guys.
Could you imagine a bunch of us like, hey guys, we're going to the cabin? I'd be like, I'm not going to that.
Exactly.
I'd be like, I'll go with Dave.
No, don't you and Dave don't go to a cabin. You'll
Why
just
not?
sit there in silence.
Yeah,
No, we wouldn't.
sounds awesome.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think we would, but if we did,
Yeah, it would be the best
Man.
goddamn silence ever.
yeah, because we'd be getting away from you cackling birds.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh man.
And Dave, what if we get Danielle out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're banned for the rest of the show, Danielle.
Yeah, take it easy, Danielle. You're banned again.
Okay. It's been fun. Happy
Oh,
birthday.
Yeah, cut the mic, Dave.
Yeah, cut the mic. Bye.
Cut the mic. Dave, what a birthday. Was this been the best one so far?
It's been pretty good, you know. It started off a little rocky between you and I.
Yeah, I don't quite know what did it. Was it because I was jokingly telling you to cut the crap?
I think so. I think you might have been you know, you're going on my son. I get a little bit defensive.
What was I wasn't going in on him. I was saying he was a great guy.
Right. But he's not. No, he is. He's great.
I thought he was a great guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I called him a rocker. Did I say the guy was a mess?
You know what, James? Let's let bygones be bygones.
Well, hold on. No, Dave,
I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna own whatever it is. I don't care. Let's just drop water under the bridge.
No, you know what? Before I'm gonna own my piece too.
Okay.
I'm not a father. I could understand this. You're talking to this. I was about to curse on the air. I don't curse. This effing awesome guy.
Yeah.
Calling my son a mess. But then I tagged it with just like what we're talking about. And we're talking about this guy was stumbling around, eating hot dogs, licking the ketchup off. He's all bruised up. He's running. He's rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man, the guy was a party.
He was a party. But, you know, when you say all those things in a row, as a parent, I hear all that. I'm like, that's not very flattering about my son. But at the same time...
I think it is.
At the same time, you probably did think it was, and it was probably just
Dave,
a misunderstanding.
Dave, I want to get personal for a second.
Sure, yeah.
I was talking to my
someone
mom.
from your house does.
I was talking to my mom. She said, "How was the barbecue?" I was talking up your son, something fierce. I said, "This guy is, you know, couldn't be any more different than Dave's daughter when she was that age." I said all the things I said to you, and she said, "Now, Dave, this is gonna maybe rattle you a bit."
Okay,
she said, "Oh, it sounds just like you."
Oh no.
Dave?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. You got a James's Jr. on your hands.
James's Jr. Well,
And that's like everything I'm saying about your son. I'm talking about myself.
Wow.
As a kid, I fell into dogs. They bit my face. I'm falling off of stuff. Oh, yeah. Me and your son, we are the same. We are a hot mess.
Whew. Well, you know, that's
This guy at the barbecue is like, James. I look over, he's pointing at dog.
He did really want you to see some dogs.
He's not pointing at bicycles and kitty cats. He's look at the dog.
Yeah, well, you know what? He's a good guy, and you're a good guy, James. So, you know, I guess.
Yeah, but you know what? You're a
that?
great guy.
Well, you know, I guess we should all be honored then.
You helped conceive of basically my surrogate son. Basically, I look him in the eyes. I go, this kid is me.
Well,
Dave, can I give you a preview of your son in about, let's say, 20 years from now?
Sure, let's go.
Probably less. Yeah, hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me get some.
I'm already getting a little bit itchy over this.
Dave, a glimpse into your son's future. Hey, Dad. Check out that dog over there. I love the guy. I love him.
Well,
I love you more, Dave.
I appreciate it.
Final thoughts, Dave? It's my real birthday in a couple days. What are you going to get me?
That's a good question. Yeah, I'm going to think about it. I have a little gift from you, for you.
That wasn't a birthday gift, though. That was a gift.
No, not a birthday gift.
You and your wife bought me. You've yet to give it to me, though.
Not a birthday gift, but I'll think of something. And
Dave?
my final thought is, if you're going to be putting flowers in your apartment, you just got to make sure that you trim them when you get them, That lets the flowers absorb water for longer, so they last longer. And you want
Now
them
I
to be the
asked, and
length.
no one told me to trim them immediately. They said every couple days.
Well, trim them. It's good to trim them immediately, and you want them to be the length proportional to the receptacle that you put them in.
Okay,
So
you're saying they're too tall
they're
right
too tall
now.
right now. They're too tall.
I basically I got a bush in my yard.
Yeah, you got a bush.
In my home, rather.
Yeah. Coming from someone who's a bit too tall, those flowers are too tall.
All right. Well, Dave, thank you for the birthday tip, and thank you for tonight.
Hey, no worries.
Guys, that's our show. I'm talking like a baby
You
now.
talk like my son right now.
No, if I was talking to your son, I'd be like, no. We will be back a week from tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, that's Dave. I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.